Are we live on Facebook yet? What's going on, people? Hopefully, you guys are having a good, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. I am. The building. You guys are coming in the building. I'm out on the stay. That's cool. If you guys want to drop through, that's fine as well. But let's go ahead and get into some news, man. Got you guys for a minute.
Listen, Dr. Radio bring you guys a brand new show.
Gentlemen, welcome to the show. What's good, ladies and gents? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I am. What up, H-Dog? I see you in the building. What up? What up? What's going on, my beautiful family that's in the building? What's going on, my beautiful family that's over here on YouTube? What's going on, my beautiful family that's over here on Facebook? We're live on 3 platforms at the moment, man. I'm going to keep you guys long. Today, man, we are doing a story about my city of New Orleans, Louisiana. You guys know I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Every Monday, we do the crime stats of Chicago, basically showing you how many murders Chicago have had in a weekend. And today, I have some news to put out on my own city of New Orleans. News because of the murders. And why is this something that we need to talk about today? Is because a lot of people in the city are kind of brainwashed to the fact that we have a quote-unquote mayor. And congratulations to all the women out there that gives her hooray because she's a female mayor. That's fine and dang. I have been called a sexist. I have been called a bully. I have been called all these names by people that really, if they would take the time to look at my content, they would know that I don't talk about women all the time. It just so happened a lot of women come find their way to my desk. But that's cool. In this statement, it's another case of black people touting a black hero on this area. And I just swindled my brother into believing what I say is true. And I don't even have to do much. I want you guys to do your own research and do your own fact check on it. This mayor has been in office. The crime has went up. The murder has went up. The carjackings has went up. She has done nothing, literally done nothing but party in the city of New Orleans. She has done nothing, literally. And this one shall hurt everyone that's a part of New Orleans. This one shall hurt everyone that has a child out there in the city of Louisiana. This shall hurt you if you have a niece of this age, period, a sister, because this is uncalled for. And this is what happened. First of all, I'm so embarrassed to be from New Orleans that a young girl has been coming to Mardi Gras. And for people that don't know what Mardi Gras is a tradition, something that we do every year in New Orleans, where we drop parade routes. We have parade routes where we have floats. People be on floats throwing you beads that you can wear around your neck. Parade route. You can get beads, coconuts, anything that you want, t-shirts, whatever, footballs, whatever it is that you want, you can get it from their parade. At a young girl at the parade who has always been at the parade since she was 6 years old. She's not from New Orleans, but she has family in New Orleans. She came to this parade, this 15-year-old young girl, and was murdered by the city of New Orleans. And y'all know I'm up front with it. I call you a bitch ass. Murdered a little child hands as a tourist. And you know what you did? You took this little girl's life for no reason at all. State. We wonder why people are afraid to come back that's from New Orleans that still haven't came back yet. Why people don't want to spend their dollars in New Orleans. This is the reason. Shout out to the 3 people that's over here on YouTube. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you to the people that's on Facebook. Thank you guys. But this is really, really sickening. And I want you guys, because this one was fucked up. Here we go.
15-year-old girl is among the 3 people killed when a gunman opened fire just blocks from the
with her family to watch the parade. They went off the route to get some food, and that's when they were caught up in the shooting.
David Jones spoke with the family and has more.
Every year they come down here for carnival. They visit family, friends, and they enjoy. Is dead.
The family of 15-year-old Heaven, a teenager who loved anime. Nettles and her family were in town from Houston to watch the Endymion parade.
Oh, she was silly. She was funny. Very funny. She was a breath of fresh air.
New Orleans police responded to reports of gunfire just before 7 o'clock Saturday on the corner of Conti and Dupree Streets. According to NOPD, the suspect walked up to the victims and started firing. When police arrived, they found 2 men dead, 39-year-old Donald Roberts Jr. and 56-year-old Marvin Pep. 15-year-old Nettles was also hit by the gunfire. Nettles' aunt, Donna Nettles, says she went down the block with family to get some food.
So she just wanted to go get something to eat and go to the Endymion parade. That's all she wanted to do.
That's when the shooting happened.
You know, people started running, and Heaven and her aunt started running and having because she was hit.
On Sunday, NOPD confirmed Heaven Nettles had died.
Just like God forgives you, I forgive you. Heaven, name is Heaven. And my precious husband, okay? So just like God forgives you, so
Lives and hopes whoever killed PD still has not released a suspect description other than that the shooter was an unknown man.
give yourself, repent, and turn yourself in, sir.
Fatal triple shooting. To contact their homicide detectives, you can also remain anonymous and call.
I did.
Alright, man. This beautiful young girl was murdered. Louisiana. This is fucked up for all kind of reasons. Mainly, it's fucked up because she's a child and killed in a town that she wanted to come have enjoyment through the parade. Murdered in that city. But no one wants to talk about it in the city. we go on with our lives like everything is just good and dandy. Everything is fun and dandy. It's okay. It's another life being murdered, but it's okay. That's the problem with America. We have too many children that have been murdered. And I was having a battle with my brother today, and my brother understands what I was talking about. That I say that it's time for this mayor of New Orleans to step down. And why I am calling for this mayor of New Orleans to step down is because this mayor of New Orleans, shout out to Cookie in the building. Hello. What's going on, love? This is why I'm calling for this mayor of New Orleans to be stepped down from her job. Mayor Latora has been in office since Miss Mayor Crantine has been in office. Latoya has been in office. Tremendously. I want y'all to understand the crime rate in New Orleans have went up tremendously since she's been in office. The robbing, the carjacking, the killing has been tremendously high since this young lady has been in office. It's on record. Is in love with her police chief that does exactly nothing. I want y'all to understand this police chief haven't caught any. This mayor right here that y'all see, this black queen that y'all like to call black queen, is sleeping with her police chief. She's married, sleeping with her police chief. The police chief of New Orleans is married, and he's sleeping with his mayor. It actually was on TV. This mayor right here that y'all called a black woman was reportedly stealing money from New Orleans. But the prior white guys before her were stealing money. Y'all wanted him out of office, right? So I guess y'all happy. It's okay for her to steal money, right? Because everybody else before her stole money, right? Not only is she stealing money from the city of New Orleans, this mayor right here has actually fired, when she got in office, she fired everybody at the mayor's office and hired her family. Her secretary is her niece. Somewhat of her family. She's paying these people that have no prior history, job history, working for the mayor's office, top dollar. That's y'all black mayor of New Orleans. Not only did this year, that next year she's cutting. I want y'all to understand. She's cutting the funding for high school bands. As a person that played in the band like me in high school, that is a problem for young musicians that wants to be in music in the city of New Orleans. The funding for bands, so they have to do fundraisers to get their money for the band. That's y'all mayor of New Orleans, her right there. She's on another thing of saying, this mayor right there, this black woman that y'all like to call Black Queen, it's on record as the funding for next year for fire departments. The fire department is already getting paid low as it is. They already get shit paid. to put their life on the line for a house fire and risk their life in a house fire. She's cutting the apartment. This black mare that y'all like to call Mother Earth, you know what she did last year? She got a not one, not two, $3 billion stimulus package for New Orleans. I ask you guys as citizens in New Orleans, where the money went? That's one thing I love. Tammy made sure her children knew to make sure you go down there and find out what your money is being spent on. The taxpayers of New Orleans, people of Louisiana, we've been getting our light bills and we've been seeing that our light bills has been high as fuck. Why is that, Louisiana? Because this mayor right here raised the taxes in a state that we still have the lowest minimum wage. This black mayor right there that y'all like to call Mother Earth, that nobody can talk about a black woman because she's black. That bitch right there, she's sleeping with her police chief and she's married. That's adultery. That's against her rules because her eyes is blinded by the police chief because she's fucking him. It's on record. It's not me saying it. It's Fox 8 saying it. It's CBC saying it. It's NBC saying it. It's the news station in New Orleans that broke the story. So don't come on my channel talking about why you called her a bitch, Doc. She's sleeping with the fucking police chief. What I supposed to say about her? I supposed to say she's beautiful and smart and intelligent? You ain't gonna get that over here. So don't come. You can click off my shit the same way you clicked on it. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'd rather talk to myself than to talk to somebody that makes me want to give you a status that she's been in office 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. Her record since she got in office, out of the 4 states that have black mayors, and this is saying something. The 4 states that have black female mayors: Chicago, Atlanta, and San Francisco. She has the lowest record. Did y'all hear what I said? She has the lowest record out of all those states. That's something big right there. Chicago, on a daily basis, have about 5 murders a day in Chicago. A day this year. She has the lowest approving record. And it's not even close. It's like if she was running a race with all these other mayors, she would be to Mississippi by now. And it would still be in New Orleans, trying to get past the fucking French quarters. She would be gone. The numbers. That's not me saying it. Google it on Google if you don't believe it. It's in Google. And not only did I put it up there, the news station that I got this fucking article for is who? The NO is NOLA.gov. What does that stand for, New Orleans people? New Orleans, Louisiana. So it's not me putting it up there. Not me at all. Didn't go look for it. But I do my research when I'm talking about somebody. I like to have my shit up. Louisiana.com. That is the numbers that they put up here, not me. I didn't put the numbers up there. I didn't make her sleep with somebody that she's supposed to be an employee, that's supposed to be her employee, working for her. She's on record of stealing money, gambling. This black queen that y'all like to call Mother Earth. This black queen that y'all like to call Mother Earth. She's everything, Doc. She's the first black mayor, Doc, of New Orleans. That has to be congratulated, Doc. That has to be congratulated. No, it does not. No, it does not. The first 2 years, yeah, it was okay. You did good, Mayor. You did good. Only has she's broken rules that no mayor in history ever broke. We had something called a pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, that fucked up the whole nation. The New Orleans mayor of New Orleans had put out a memo to the state of New Orleans in Louisiana on you will be fined. And in some cases, you will go to mayor said that. Right? Said that. You know what she was spotted doing at a wedding? Might I add, of a rapper called The Brat and her wife. The mayor of New Orleans was spotted not having on her fucking face a motherfucking mask. She didn't have one on. She broke her own. Went up to her and asked her at the wedding that she wanted the news station to be there at this wedding. Sorry, but her wife, the Brat, the rapper from So Def, they had a wedding in New Orleans. It was a big, beautiful wedding. Everybody said it was beautiful. All the people that, if you knew anybody, you was anybody, you was there. I guess I'm not anybody because I was not there. So everybody else, we them there. So I mean, oh well. At the end of the day, it was a wedding that happened in New Orleans of some woman. They got married. I said that right. 2 women got married in New Orleans. And then she was spotted with no mask on. And the reporter asked her, I quote, the reporter asked her, why do she not have a mask on? I am Mayor LaToya Crantrill. I don't have to apply. I'm drunk because she was pissy drunk. I don't have to apply with the mandate. I am the mayor of New Orleans. If I want to go out and have a good time, I will. End quote. That's what she said. Not mine. It's on NewOrleans.com. Go look at it. That's what she said. Not my words. Not me. But that mayor that's actually fucking Orleans, it's been documented, ain't doing a damn thing about the crime. The only thing people in New Orleans worrying about is who's going to be the quarterback for the Saints. That's it. Hey, what about who's running your city? That's why they do us what they do us as black folks. We are a laughing stock of every fucking where in the world. Nobody has anything good to say about New Orleans. The only thing you hear, they know how to cook down there, boy. They can cook like a motherfucker. And overweight people. And I'm one of them. And that's saying something. If I can admit it, you should be able to admit it too. New Orleans, Louisiana, wage in the world. Every other fucking state in the world, minimum wage is higher than ours. Ours is $7.25. Still, it is 2022. Wait. But we want to give this bitch a congratulations. Black female mayor. Let's give her a hand clap. For what? For fucking up the state? For stealing money? For sleeping with our fucking chief? Adultery? That's what we give her. That's why people make fun of us. I want y'all to understand that, people in New Orleans. People make fun of us. Make fun of our state. And we got a fucking phone last night that I was trying to recruit. She saw that I was from New Orleans when I told her. She was like, why don't I had to agree with her. Because I don't want to be down there. I'm from the state and I don't want to go back. I'm from there and I don't want to go back. And it starts with the head up. How we gonna get somewhere and we got a mayor that's corrupt? If this was a white guy or a white female doing that, she wouldn't even be in office no more. I want y'all to understand that, people. She would not be in office. But because she's a black female, we must let it ride. And that's fucked up. We haven't heard anything about the cases of corona that spiked in the last couple of months in New Orleans. Every time they catch her, she's at a party. And not for nothing, she's not even from New Orleans. We gotta stop putting people in the fucking seat that's not even from the state, my nigga. You're not even from here. You're from LA. You in California? They didn't want you to be mayor in California? You didn't have what it takes? You didn't have what it takes? You come to my state, you come to New Orleans, and you fuck up the city. You contaminate it with your lies on the NOPD, on NOLouisiana.com. You see it right there. NewOrleansLouisiana.com. It's on the website. Look it up. She's on record as saying the act has been happening and the carjackings that's been happening in New Orleans, Louisiana. To the reporter, she said someone opened fire in a crowd of New Orleans in Central Business District, killing 2 people. And they asked her about it. She replied that every carnival season that day for New Orleans citizens. End quote. Then they give you the car, the street name, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to catch the person because they never do. Shout out to the people that police department, the police The New Orleans Police Department is ongoing and doing a investigation. Are needed, you can go ahead and call 504-28 and remain anonymous for your time if you call them. A sad day for New Orleans. This black female mayor that y'all like to call, she won. She won because she's in office. I just said it. Out of all the states that got female, and Chicago's in that city, in that rank, she's the lowest. I want y'all to understand. The people in Chicago, Mayor Mary Lightfoot is the mayor of Chicago. I want y'all to understand that the people in Chicago want this lady out of office so bad that they threaten her children at school. The mayor of Chicago, her daughter was threatened at school. Not only was her daughter threatened at school, her house was egged. The mayor's house was egged. It has been broken into several times. It has been shot at. At the mayor meeting, the state of Chicago, everybody walked out. All the reporters and everybody walked out and made her look stupid. That happened in Chicago. Nothing happened to this lady yet. And I asked you guys, why is that? One time a black girl told me, shit you not, she said, we can do anything we want. When Beyonce made that song called Who Run the World, girl. That girl told me at work, I asked her why she was late for work. Because I was her boss. And I was on that shift that day. And I said, why you coming late to work today? She said, because we run the world, girls. Clearly, she got her dumb ass fired. And she had to go look for another job, girls. But that's what she told me. That was there. We was just looking at her like, wait, huh? So you came late to work today because girls run the world? Because Beyonce got your mind fucked up? Go ahead and take that ride home, love. You can go home. Can I clock in? Nah, you don't gotta clock in. Because girls run the world. Didn't you just say that? You can go home. Sit that dumb ass home. I want y'all to understand something, Louisiana. Y'all are on a time clock. I want y'all to understand something. Let's just look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers of since she's been in office. Because when I do these stories, people be like, you give these black women a hard time, doc. You give these black women a hard time. They can never do nothing wrong. They can do nothing good, right? They can't do anything good. Is it that they can't do anything good? Or is it that they ain't doing anything good? Because if she was doing something good, I would be the first person to say she made me redo my statement. She made me redo my statement. But since she's been in office, she's literally to solve the problem with the crime. I'm not so much mad on that she took funding away for the schools. I'm not so much mad that she took for the cops in the fire department, even though that's something that's really, really fucked up that she did. I'm mainly mad because this lady has had over in 1 week, she has had carjackings. And 20 of those carjackings that resulted in someone dying. Shout out to the people that's in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Oh well, it is what it is. I guess I'm not important enough for fuck, because I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about, and I think this is something important. It is okay though. You know, they got a lot of people on Beagle talking about a lot of dumb shit, and they get thousands of need to talk about. It is what it is, you know. But Miss Mayor Cantrell, she's been in office. She has a carjacking rate has went up 104%. 104% percentage to date this year. It has been went up. The firearm of homicides have went up over 28%. 28%. It is just March 2nd, right? March 2nd or March 3rd. March 2nd. It went up 28% of firearms. Where we at? Firearms homicides has went up 28%. That's y'all black mayor. Black female mayor. They're content with having her. No one want to say anything about it because they're going to be looked at as they hate themselves, they hate black women. How dare you talk about a black woman that way? Why you want to talk about a black woman that way? You must hate your mama. You must hate yourself. Nah, I'm giving you the fucking facts. Fact, she doesn't deserve to be the mayor. I don't give a fuck if a man was in there and he was doing a job just like this and he was doing the same shit. He would be the same. Fact, and it's just true. You're not doing what the fuck you need to do. This department website, Louisiana website. It's not me saying this. This is them putting this history up there for you guys to read. When they asked her about the crime, this is what she had to say. I'm going to fast it forward to the important parts. This is the police chief that she's fucking. His clueless dumbass.
Alright, good afternoon. Is everyone ready? We good? Alright, we'll go ahead and get started. I have with me today, good afternoon, everyone. I have with me today, of course, our Honorable Mayor LaToya Cantrell, our Chief Deputy Superintendent of Field Operations, Chief Commissioner of the Mayor's Office, Commissioner Tanisha Stevens, our Director of Public Safety, Chief John Thomas, as well as our Director of the Real-Time Crime Center, Director Ross. Expand broadening that plan to take a different perspective as we move forward, given the criminal element that we're facing right now. I want to be clear. Every day, our officers go out on these streets with their mission, with their plan in place. And every day, they're facing a new challenge. So they have to pivot a profession every day. So through the pandemic, cyber attack, building collapse, natural disaster, and everything in between, the men and women of this department, the New Orleans Police Department, is showing up every day and persevere. And I want to thank them for all that they do to support this department that is specifically responsible for a proactive role in addressing violent crime. We will be expanding the scope of our to be more reliable or receive more reliable intelligence and data that can be used on a daily basis for our investigators to identify gun violence, hotspots, prolific gun offenders, and criminal networks. And as I said, we will continue to work ordinance passed last year before last, that has removed searching tools from the toolbox for our investigators. Clear by exception, clear by arrest.
What happens after that, understand that it is traumatizing, and in no way did you deserve what came to you. But make no mistake about it. The New Orleans Police Department, as indicated by Superintendent Ferguson, are laser focused in making the arrests that are necessary.
She said making the arrest. I don't know what she's talking about. It's a case that a young man came from out of state. I think he came from LA. And he was robbed and beaten. And not only was he robbed and beaten in New Orleans, they went back and killed him for a funky $35 that he had in his pocket. The person that they robbed and beat was a a Louisiana war hero son that fought in the war in New Orleans. And not only was he that, he was a son of that man, and he was a musician that played in a great classical band that's from LA. That's what she's talking about. She said that's necessary. That man's murder has still not been solved at all. That's who y'all got as mayor. Let's carry on.
Of our streets. But also understand, to keep them off the streets, it starts with the New Orleans Police Department. But what happens after that really does speak to overall accountability that we need in our system across the board. Commissioner Stevens will give you just an overview of what those expectations are of our criminal justice partners in terms of once arrested, to keep these individuals off of our streets. I also want to say, the men and women of the New Orleans Police Department take an oath of office and leave it on the line every single day. That's what we see and continue to see, again, every single day. Grateful for their service. I'm supportive of what they do.
I guess you are when you fucking the police chief that's supposed to be running that city, that's supposed to be running the police, that's supposed to be hiring police. You gotta be when you fucking him. You gotta be right. You have to be right. You gotta. What can you say? He's doing a bad job. Get the fuck out of here. You
on
a
our
joke,
streets,
bitch.
in our communities, residents as well as visitors, to bring offenders and making sure that they're held accountable again in accepting our role. So with that, I'm going to ask my Commissioner Stevens, to come forward, kind of walk you through what to be demoralized with grandstanding and finger pointing and political showmanship. And the like, showing and demonstrating their support of not only our superintendent, but the women and men of the New Orleans Police Department. We appreciate that. Because the last thing we need are those that we depend on every single day to protect and serve to be demoralized with grandstanding and finger pointing and political showmanship.
But y'all understand what she's talking about on there? A lot of people went to the New Orleans department and said that we want you guys to, we need him to resign. He needs to step down as police department. It could happen. He wanted to step down. She went and have a 3-hour talk with him, and he said he wasn't gonna step down. That office. But she won't even get out of office. And they won't kick her out of office, because if they kick her out of office and they veto her, get the you know what's gonna happen, right? They only doing that because she's a female. She's the first female president, a mayor. She's the only black female mayor, because we had a mayor that was not black. That was a woman. But she's going to be the first black mayor woman to be kicked out of office. So we can't do that.
So with that, I'm going to ask my Commissioner Stevens, to come forward.
We can hold violent criminals accountable at every level. Once a crime is reported, and the defendant cannot.
She said once a crime is reported, an investigation is being taken place. No, that's false. I know it for history. My wife know it. My sister Brittany had a problem with a guy. She kept calling the police on this guy a couple of years ago. And he kept getting arrested. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He kept coming fucking back. So you're lying, you dumbass bitch.
He has 30 days to charge the defendant for a misdemeanor, which has changed from 45 days effective this year, January 1, by Act Number 250 of Ted James. 60 days to charge for a felony and 120 days for capital punishment cases. Within those time frames, the district attorney. This allows for the district attorney.
CC terminals can immediately view the area of the emergency and provide critical information to the responding officers in real time.
To solve these crimes.
I want y'all to understand, this whole was smoke screen. That's what that was. It was a smoke screen to make y'all be quiet and think that they were doing something about the crime. And they actually did not do anything. That happened a week before Mardi Gras. A week before Mardi Gras. And what happened? A murder took place on Mardi Gras Day, where she was on a float. And they went to her and asked her about the crime, and she was pissy drunk. And she said again her famous words. That is very unfortunate. Everything's very unfortunate when it comes. Go to the website and look at it. It's all up there. It's all up there, man. We have some stats. Because people be like, you're giving her a hard time. We got some stats, man. We got some stats. As the mayor of New Orleans for 4 years, it's the lowest by the last 4 mayors that's been in office before her. And that's saying something, because we had Mayor Rick Nagin. He was just ass backwards, wasn't doing shit, was stealing. That's what's happening. So there you go. So now I want to talk to you guys about what can we do to solve it. What can we do to fix the problem? What can we do to fix the problem? One of the things we can do to fix the problem is hiring more people that actually know what the fuck they're doing. Actually hiring people that's not from the state. That's from this state. That wants things to change. But if you're hiring people that's not from here, and they have no roots in Louisiana, how can you solve Louisiana? You can't tell take care of Mexico, how to get Mexico right, because they're not from there. You can't tell someone from Atlanta to come to New Orleans and change the city. We need to be able to get things together under control. And I feel like we're doing a bad job picking these people. The people that we're picking are not even qualified. And if there was a male president, I'll be saying the same thing. Because it's outrageous that this is happening and no one want to speak up but me. We need to change it. She's cutting funding. She's breaking the rules by sleeping with her mayor. She's doing, her police chief. She's doing all kind of things in the book. And we are just letting it go by. I have to get off, man, because I have to get it ready for a meeting for training. But I want you guys to understand, this is really, really sad. Really, really sad. And it's going to take up all of us to start saying something about it. Thank you to the few people that did show up to the show. I really appreciate it. I didn't want to keep you guys that long. But I will see you guys in a little bit. I'll check you guys out. If you would like to find out more stuff about this, I'm going to put another link in here. I'm going to do a short news story in the intel of this. So you're going to see everything in the news story in fully. And then I see you guys when I see you.